heroes to control. They have other heroes to actually allow him to cast the Doom. They have Earthshaker to set up with a Fissure, because last game I just saw Iceberg trying to set up the Doom and he can't, and they have ALWAYSWANNAFLY and Disruptor.
Urge
battle class.
rolling up Fearless here, but quickly rolls away. Oh, he didn't make it! RodjER stopped him with the Fissure. They're going to cut around the trees, and he's not going to be able to roll away. Well done. And they're going to try and give it up to somebody specifically, and it's Iceberg. They give it to their mid.
First blood.
Get him any type of advantage versus a Morphling so he can do a little bit better, because he did do decent in the matchup. The last game he didn't crush it, but this will give him a slight edge. As we see General immediately skill Axes this time around. He is going to be playing versus that high base armor hero, the PA, and versus Enchantress. Doesn't want to get more, and Axes are magical, so not too bad versus those high armor agi here.
Yeah, absolutely. This is they're gonna battle again here. SoNNeikO exerting enough pressure there that he will be able to get the bounty rune uncontested. So that is going to be Gambit.
Very nice. All right, so let's see how all these lanes will end up turning out. As I want to see how bottom turns out in particular, because now that last game really felt like they just gave up way too much down bottom with ALWAYSWANNAFLY in general. So gonna be watching them, as this is an easier lane to not feed gold to. PA, much harder hero to actually just take advantage of things on like a Wraith King. And Enchantress, there's no board. You know, he's not skilling it, so they won't have to worry about the counter.
Yeah, and as a result, the Fissure is going to be less effective as well, right? Like, part of the success of Fissure blocking was the fact that you get General at fast level 3, whereas Boar is really... Plus, if the lane is very long, it means the Boar slow is even more effective. But here, if you're forced to level Axes, because you don't feel comfortable ever summoning a Boar against an Enchantress, then that kind of nullifies both of them.
At least General's going to get away with the lane, right? So
yeah.
He can't get bullied out of the lane by any means. He'll be able to always just hit the PA pretty decently with the Earthshaker, just blocking Enchantress from playing Enchantress. You see the double wards being committed by RodjER to ensure that Ench does not get any type of creep.
Wonder if RodjER is ever going to be free enough to rotate into mid, or if that doesn't really feel that good against a Morphling. I guess it all just depends on how ballsy Noone is going to be with being agility morphed all the time.
I actually would like to see him do that, because I saw him start with this early smoke. I think it's something really clever that you can do, where your morph is just always, you know, you're playing at like 1 HP bottling up, you could just get hit by a Fissure from the sideline under a ward and just die. So I think there is that potential. General, I don't think he's going to get pressured down here too much, especially if he plays safe when RodjER does move away and he gets the lane resets.
And look at
this triple creep wave.
He's desperate. He's like, please, no, don't do it. Don't block the hard camp, but RodjER does find his way there, blocks it once again, so still no creep for SoNNeikO to be able to play around with.
But Dream is going to deny this entire creep wave bottom. He has triple range creep still down here behind the tower. So they're going to actually kill out at least one or maybe just 1 or 2 of those melee creeps. So will be some lost experience for General.
SoNNeikO may still be able to hold the creep wave in front of the tower. We'll see. Pressure from Joel's a bit too much. RodjER grabs a creep wave again. This time, though, RodjER might put himself in trouble. He already used his Fissure earlier. He slowed down enough. They saw that immediately. Dream and SoNNeikO were like, that is a kill. And they tip RodjER before he even goes down. Now General's going to die as a result of that misplay from RodjER. 2 kills to AS Monaco Gambit.
That was a massive misplay. They had just like kind of evened the lane on. RodjER just walks up and literally just dies. That was weird moves. Similar to what we saw last game too from them. This bottom lane giving up some kills that probably shouldn't happen. And now SoNNeikO gets a D ward as well. His camp is open.
Structures are fortified.
Bit of a disaster for Navi in the bottom lane again this game already at the start. 3 minutes and they give up a big one.
How's this top lane going? See, ALWAYSWANNAFLY 2 levels of the Thunder Strike, so he's playing very much in like putting the experience
has been killed.
Needed there.
No way that you can pressure V-Tune up here. Just PL's base armor and just overall like base damage. He can freely last hit. Puck can't actually apply nearly as much pressure. And Earth Spirit's more like this roamer. He actually doesn't apply the same lane pressure if he doesn't have some very strong hero to actually work with. And Puck can be that very strong hero, but not into what he's up against. Disruptor is one of those better zoners.
Well, it is time to roam. 4-minute power runes are coming up, and RodjER does not make the rotation here. He's too busy trying to deal with SoNNeikO, so it looks like Gambit should be able to secure a power rune for Noone, which we know these refills on bottles are very effective.
Yeah, actually surprising to see RodjER do that move too, because he may have body blocked the hard camp for a second, but it had already spawned, and then he actually just pulls it on SoNNeikO. So, RodjER's movement so far not really working out too much for their start. Iceberg, he'll find himself an ice armor creep. As I said, he always either gets a wolf or an ice armor when he's playing the mid-doom.
Boiling rage.
Back in to RodjER.
Dire's
Careful.
structures are fortified.
Hefty amount of damage he's taken.
This is actually a much better creep than the Alpha Wolf. It really does feel. He's just trading hits with Noone, and Noone's actually kind of not winning that trade because of this. 11 armor on the Doom. That damage doesn't actually come through at all.
Illusion.
As Immersion, we'll get the kick away. We'll secure himself his rune.
From the tempest of battle.
Same time, SoNNeikO, even if he's not getting the bounty runes, he grabbed one of those boars, and boy, that boar is super effective. With the extra damage by Enchant, with level 2 Enchant at that, he's got enough to be able to slow down RodjER again here. Fortunately, the Fisher will block out the boar, but SoNNeikO can still kind of fight around this area. He's going to go for a TP out. That TP will not make it, though. So that is a support that is going to be out of lane for another 30 seconds.
Yeah, but honestly, if I was SoNNeikO, I would tip them right back. I'd be like, congratulations, you chased me all the way to the ruin, and Dream is getting a free lane. You guys already have thrown your lane. So I would honestly immediately tip back if I was them, Enchantress and SoNNeikO.
Yeah.
Because he's done his job. He's done the damage already. This laning phase for bottom for Navi has been a pretty big disaster, honestly.
Oh, for sure. Dream's a full level up. It looks like Immersion's going to be able to get the opening on Always Wanna Fly. So they kind of need something like that. Try and secure. We've seen how important the laning phase is for both this game 1 and 2, and if Gambit can secure both the side lanes winning, I'll be pretty happy. Of course, I say winning lightly here. As you pointed out, really just cannot pressure V, his highest CS on the.
Yeah, but that means that, this greed is paying off. It's a PA Morphling lineup, and your PA is able to get this farm, so it's looking pretty nice. It just also, we're seeing Iceberg really pull out ahead this time around versus that Morphling.
Certainly is. General dies again here in this bottom lane, and now we're beginning to see the Beastmaster is actually becoming a bit of a liability.
They have to play so much more I mean, this PA is 6 now. They have to play this lane super passive just to catch back up. Pull waves, creep manipulation as best as possible. This could be the real big thorn in Navi's side. Like, I don't know how General is going to find himself to catch back up. They're going to have some big moves across the lanes to be able to allow this Beastmaster to have a game, as the surround is coming from Gambit onto mid lane.
Yeah, I didn't think he'd get this kill. It would be massive. Iceberg, no one having much regen left. He just has a fairy fire. Is that going to be enough? No, it's not. The coil and the infinite shot from SoNNeikO makes sure that he does die. 5-2 now with AS Monaco Gambit taking a small but decent lead here in the laning phase.
Yeah, they do. It does force them to move 4 heroes over there, but when they have PA free farming, they can do this. Like, they know that they can't apply the pressure onto V-Tune anyway. Their PA is free farming. Might as well shut down the mid when they are playing with these greedy supports like an Earthshaker.
Do you feel like they have enough answers to Phantom Lancer?
They could. The fact that the PA is farming so well, I want to say yes. Because I think the PA is going to be enough if he's able to get this early of his Battle Fury. Like, he's getting full free farm down here. The other heroes do not pertain to the PL, so it's really going to be Dream that one to control the PL illusions.
Turn up that tremble.
So it could still be problematic for them to actually deal with this V-Tune PL once he turns up, because if the PA ends up getting doomed in the fight, then they just can't deal with these overwhelming illusions that are going to become. So still looks like it's going to be a pretty hard game for them, but they're off to a very good start here.
Yeah, poor General. Still level 4. His 4 is just not that scary. RodjER.
They're trying to bail him out.
Yeah, they
Iceberg.
rotated mid. He smoked up Iceberg so they can go ahead and get a good Doom rotation in. They're going to spot Dream. Oh, bit of a misclick there, but Dream, no way out of this one, really. So he's going to go down. Small chance that he gets denied, perhaps, but unlikely. The King's going to come in, trying to slow him down as best as possible. If V2 keeps up, Immersion quick rolls out of the way before RodjER can catch up with So big rotation this time to bottom lane as a mid.
B2 gets the last hit too. That's very nice. Enable him a little bit faster to get this defusal timing. And then he can actually show up to fight. So that's one thing where maybe Navi's looking to play around that time of the defusal, and then Morphling's pretty hard counter because of that, and PA doesn't want to fight. So in that situation, Navi could have some very good fights kicking off with the PL.
Immersion throws a kick out. They're going to try and take out RodjER while he's still silenced, and they do. And Iceberg's not much of a threat without the Doom, but he is going to stay in front of Immersion here, making sure that he can't actually roll away. Still though, the pressure has already had its effect. They've taken that mid tower with Noone's.
Not too bad. All things considered, it's very early, very even early on here. It's just General who's really the one suffering a lot. SoNNeikO's actually ahead of him, and now he keeps taking his boards. Actually has Medallion already finished on the edge. So that'll be nice for his PA.
Top tower is under attack.
But PA is gonna get doomed in pretty much all these scenarios. So I'm just still gonna be watching out for that. And you know, it's gonna be this like these two carries that are able to carry the game for Gambit, and they are having a pretty decent start. But is it gonna be enough to deal with the PL? As we do see V2, and he's getting a little out of control. Pre-defusal.
Yeah, he tried to chase down the Enchantress there, which is really, you know, I'm looking at this. They really don't have good ways to kill this Enchantress. Especially with Medallion already. A nice roll-in kick from Immersion helps secure the kill for Noone. Once again, AS Monaco Gambit are willing to just run all over the place. Numbers not obviously necessary, and it still feels like because of the way the laning phase has gone, it feels like they're taking small wins and pushing bigger and bigger advantages, with no one being able to take that mid tower. Now Dream is assaulting top, while no one's also going for bottom tower. I mean, this is max greed here, Bob.
They're taking advantage of these cooldowns. The support's being very low level on the side of Navi, still not hitting the level 6 at 11 minutes after eating Tome. And it feels like they're fully reliant on Doom at the moment. So they see Iceberg TP top, they swap around. They're just avoiding this Doom very nicely here and distributing their wealth. As SoNNeikO pushes up a bit far, but he's just fine. He's got that untouchable now.
What is it that is allowing AS Monaco to roll in from Immersion right as RodjER tries to go up to the high ground? They had a plan for him. What do you think it is that is allowing AS Monaco? Oh, that was a whip and a half. Afterlife. Guess didn't expect always want to fly, and he keeps moving forward in that situation. And misses the coil, still gets the kill though. I was trying to ask.
What were we saying, Cap?
What it was that AS Monaco Gambit are able to make these greedy lineups and just like win the early games so well.
I think having this Morphling versus that Doom matchup makes a big difference. That's why they, like, it was a Doom picked into the Morph, but just the lane in general, he can't take advantage of it. Where I've seen a lot of times Iceberg is this Doom, he kills the mid laner as soon as he hits 6. He just literally runs them down. And this one he can't. So I feel like it is greed from both sides as well. Where I feel like Doom mid can be greedy, I feel like that's where Gambit raises the greed and it ends up working out for them. That's why they pick these two hard carries in a way versus that Doom.
So with the Enchantress neutralizing the Beastmaster and then the Morphling neutralizing the Doom, your only playmaker left at that point in time is a Phantomites here, and he doesn't want to do any of that. He wants to hit creeps.
Yep.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
They do have the 6 though. They do have these big team fights on the Earthshaker and the Disruptor that can kick off. And can't be that blanket as well, where it's, you know, Iceberg, as mentioned, he needs to Doom the right target, but they always have that AoE silence. It's going to be really nice for Disruptor versus Morphling. And versus PA. And versus Box. I mean, very mobile cores as we do see on the side of Gambit.
Does manage to get out the glimpse. Always want to fly. Still going to die here is the rest of Navi on the run. They wanted to be able to save their only remaining tier 1 tower, but not meant to be, as AS Monaco Gambit bring everybody to this top lane and continue, it seems, to look for engagement.
The book will get cleaned up again. So 2 of those little summons for Noone. The TP's coming in. V2, and he's got Defusal.
Oh, nice big block. SoNNeikO kind of stuck here, not able to make it down. They're going to turn around and go for him. They have a 3-man coil there on the back line, but it's just pretty much for Gambit to escape. They leave SoNNeikO behind.
And now Navi's actually going to play as 5 more. Now PL can actually be a hero on the map. Even though V2 was turning up to some fights before, with Defusal, it's a totally different monster. Now they actually have their lineup kicking in together.
Look at him
on the high ground.
He sees this read coming. kicks them, rolls out before the fissure happens, and immediately taunts them with some chat wheel.
Na'Vi feeling themselves a bit of a power spike here. And Gambit, they want to be able to chill back and farm a little. They'll be able to fight with their 4, but they also just want Dream to be able to keep this triangle for himself. So controlling this area very important for them, so that their PA can actually keep up and be that solution for the PL. We do know Vtune is going to be a big problem for the majority of those heroes. And yeah, he's immediately going to rush the heart. He's just going for all that HP, because then he solves the 4 heroes. He solves Morphling, he solves Earthspirit, solves Puck, doesn't have to worry about Enchantress, besides Enchantress taking over his own illusion. It's just going to be that PA to deal with all that huge HP of a PL. So then it's, right, and then Iceberg, it should be an easier job for him. Then his main priority should just be always doom the PA.
Gambit, they're gonna strike right back here at this top lane, rolling into our old general, man. He is just not been having a great game 3.
No, he's not. They have a lot of ways to just get on these targets. I like these. I mean, the 4 heroes that they have, right? Very mobile. Morphling, Puck, Earthspirit, even PA, they can all, if they get on a target, they'll kill them incredibly fast. Na'Vi is getting caught out while they are split up, and still a ways from RodjER having a Blink Dagger too. He's still about 600 or so away. So it's a bit harder for them to actually make any type of initiations on Na'Vi, while we see Gambit just making all the moves. Vtune will show himself mid. He has always want to fly behind, maybe waiting for an attempt and a static storm on Noone, but Noone doesn't take the bait. And Noone has a Ethereal Blade done. So he's off to a good timing himself. Not to address the PL, but just to have his own game.
Tower is under attack.
This will allow him to, especially it's like a 2-position Morphling, feel like you're a little bit more free to just kind of like dive in there and execute one of the supports, and then just morph strength and just try and create some chaos while your true carry comes in and cleans up.
Yeah, they can mess with the idea of Na'Vi's draft. Like, these two very far back, wanting to play far back supports can just get instantly killed from Earthspirit and Morphling. As Iceberg has BKB.
He's really gonna have to try and hold off on it here, but that might have been too much, Iceberg. Oh, that regen! It barely kept him alive there, as the last shot from the Enchantress was not enough.
Dire's
He was. I cannot believe how long he held that BKB, and now Doom is wasted. Afterlife, he just eats the Doom, and now that's a long time where Na'Vi, they can't really be aggressive. They don't have the blink on the Earthshaker, and Doom is their only real way to start and kick off fights. Beastmaster General's game is like out of it, so he can't actually catch anything. I can't believe how long he held that.
Yeah, seriously, he really did not want to use that fresh BKB charge. Oh, there goes the shotgun. There goes always want to fly. Bye-bye. Well, the question, big question is, who's going to be taking this Roshan test? The SoNNeikO does have, with the medallion, they've got the minus armor enough to enable the Morphling to really take Roshan.
And there's no Doom. They've got good wards set up, and RodjER, still no Blink Dagger. He's going back to pick it up if he sells his Tangos or Salve or something like that, but this is happening too quick, and now it's a PA with an Aegis versus a Doom lineup.
Yeah, even worse that they try and rotate over now, but it's too late. So it's not even like they got a whole lot of farm out of it. I mean, General is hovering around the area. The 2 supports kind of moved over, but
Radiant's
too late.
top tower is under attack.
Oh, it is Vtune hitting the triangle, trying to work on that heart. That being said, I don't want to, I have been very impressed with some of these carries that rush heart, most notably the Bristleback, but I've seen it with Phantom Lancer too. It feels like heart is such a strong item.
Yeah, I've seen it on like even Troll Warlords. I saw it being built up like after like their 2nd or 3rd item. I've been seeing a lot more hearts picked up on these carries. People really do like it. It keeps you consistent in the fights. Like your regen is just always persisting. It makes these like if you don't have heroes to address the illusions, it makes it even harder, because then these newly freshly illusions just keep coming out with more and more health if you're not hitting the PL.
Dire's top
Yeah,
tower
it is quite strong.
attack.
And you know, Vtune, as we're saying, you know, PA is having a great game and all, but Vtune is keeping up and he's keeping ahead.
Yeah. It's always slightly ahead of
Radiant's
Dream.
bottom tower is
This
under
tower,
attack.
it looks rare times that Dream does manage to eclipse him. Only up by 3K, went for the death, so.
Oh, he went greedy, okay. And they actually did give that Aegis to the Morphling.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
We haven't seen a static storm this game either. I feel like we're having a lot of people just not keen to go to look for their spell usages, just not looking to use them on any bad targets, just want to get like the perfect fights.
Kick out. General leaving behind his Necrominions to try and threaten Gambit. They will all TP away. That is actually quite notable, Fog, that you bring up that point, because thinking back to game 1 when AS Monaco Gambit were behind. Remember just all the active plays they were trying to make. They were smoking nonstop because they're going to find SoNNeikO here. It felt like they were always trying to like do something, make plays to change the course of the game. And Na'Vi, I felt like, have been very much the opposite in this game too. And when they're down, it almost feels like they get more passive and wait for mistakes to be made by Gambit.
Yeah, it is a bit weird to say. It's like 20 minutes and we haven't seen the Disruptor get a static storm off this. They are walking into triangle, get a ward down. Can't quite find a good glimpse target though. Yeah, really good silence there from Immersion as a response.
Haste.
There's the heart. So V-Tune, he's extremely ready to fight. And we'll have to see how it all kicks up, how they actually deal with these illusions. Gotta be eyes on the PA to do so. He's gone for a greedy build on the PA.
General just cannot go anywhere. Can't seem to do a whole lot. Afterlife wants a bigger target. They ignore ALWAYSWANNAFLY in favor of RodjER here. And with the coil and silence, they should kill him pretty easily. Double kill for Dream.
Easy ways into the back line.
Now they're just going to 5-man up, apparently. Thinking about just poking out the high ground, seeing if they can force, who's that still on the board? Iceberg is the one that's not at home right now. He's trying to hit the mid-tier 1 tower, but it is always dangerous to push high ground against a Disruptor. And you're seeing exactly why that glimpse can pull you back into an awkward position.
Radiant's middle tower
and if anything, that's just going to waste some time there of Gambit while Iceberg hit out that mid wave and pushed it into the tower. He's going to go find
Radiant's middle tower is under
I was going to say, I
attack.
think they have to smoke out and look to fight. I don't feel like you can just sit back and let Gambit do whatever they want. Like it's been way too long of this game where it's been this incredibly passive play from Na'Vi. I feel like you have to look for some opportunities. You're not roaring, you're not static storming, you're not dooming, you're not echo slamming. You're letting Gambit dictate the pace completely. They just keep finding SoNNeikO.
Yeah, much like when ALWAYSWANNAFLY was constantly being the one being found from all these smoke ganks. Both these fine positions of Gambit and Na'Vi are doing a good job of positioning themselves between where the enemy could be and where their team is, making sure that potential smokes always break on them first.
V-Tune is just massive. That's why I'm feeling like Na'Vi should be hunting a little bit more. Maybe this Aegis is putting them off from trying to go for this play, but either way, I'm seeing a lot of heroes split up. Like Afterlife is showing bottom, Morphling is just showing mid. They do have a lot of information on Na'Vi. They're just not being able to capitalize on it too well.
Yeah, you don't really like them. He's finished off this mid tower. But
they're trying.
15 seconds on the Aegis. So it's getting about that time where Na'Vi perhaps be a little bit more confident with the glimpse back. No one. 5 more seconds. They're waiting and waiting and waiting. 3 more, holding off a little bit longer. 2, 1. Aegis expires, and now they just let loose. And no one. He's certainly going to be dying under this onslaught. But Dream, he pumps out a little power of his own. He quickly kills General. Now tries to bounce back. V-Tune charging backwards here, trying to use that Phantom Rush to be able to get as far away from Gambit as they are a tsunami rushing forward. They're going to take over Iceberg, melt him down real quick. Afterlife, with the buyback coming out from ALWAYSWANNAFLY, is going to be caught inside the static storm. They kill him. SoNNeikO, he's got to be careful. Fortunately, the untouchable will do a lot for him there. No one, he's almost burned out of mana here. He's got to be a bit careful, especially if he gets glimpsed back. Nice. He turned into the Beastmaster. Ultra kill. Rampage coming up for Dream. His CS is taking out everybody in the backline. 4 bad eyes are coming in. Dream, man fighting up against V-Tune. V-Tune does have another doppelganger up, and 1 more second. Immersion's been hunting him this entire time. Silence goes out. They catch up a little bit longer. SoNNeikO gives them an opening. Turn around. There goes the shot. RodjER, is that enough? A little bit more. Dream is so low, but V-Tune, he got shotgun. He was etherealed and he couldn't finish it off, but Dream does finally go down. They get the kill. Tune with this heart. He charges the other direction. He goes up the hill with the neutrals, the Phantom Rush. He gets to the other side. Now he doppelgangers again, and I feel like that's it. They can't kill him anymore. Vinny, they've got to get back. Iceberg's coming in with the Shivas to be able to slow him down. No one's been burned out of mana. Bit by bit, they will take him down, pick him apart. No one goes down. Afterlife potentially next year. The coil goes out. Ooh, snaps himself on that one. V-Tune though, what a play. The heart doing some serious work keeping him alive in that team fight, Bug.
Yeah, Dream picks up the BKB toward the end of the fight, cleans up the backline, gets a Rampage doing over 9,000 damage in the fight, but also the PL doing 9,000 damage in the fight as he's able to survive, kite around, get his doppels, and just get that heart regen, just fully kicking in. And that's why we're seeing it picked up so much. Even if you're getting hit, you're just always still regenning, and he's able to hold his ground. I think we're going to have a pretty crazy battle of the carries coming out of this game.
Yeah, it certainly seems like, and now he's got the SNY coming in, so even less time that he is kind of has to play a timeout whenever these silences come in from the Earth Spirit or the Puck. He's just got to make sure he's always doppelganger, right? And then that heart regen just kind of offsets so much of this damage that kind of flies around. He's going to go ahead and see if he can backdoor this tier 1 tower, the top lane. He's got some allies behind him too, so it should be.
Are fortified.
What level was he before the fight, actually? I feel like he was only level... I think he had 3 levels from the fight on the PL, by the way.
We'll glimpse back into the Static Storm. They managed to get Immersion this time around. He is most of the time been able to stay ahead of them, but this time between the Hawk and the glimpse, yeah, they do catch him before and roll away.
And all this, too, definitely important to point out that no one died. He did buy back, and he died again. So his game has gotten slowed down a lot, and now that's where I feel like if you're Iceberg, now you really just doom the PA. Now they just don't have a way to kill the PL at all. And if you get a doom on PA, it feels like the fights are just over from there on out.
Yeah, and
he's gonna do the build. He's gonna go the Ags, yeah. The 100-second cooldown applies the break. Doom has a Shiva. It's not like he's squishy by any means. If they mess up at all killing him, they're screwed in the fight. As Dream, he shows himself. Iceberg can't get the Doom though.
Yeah, SoNNeikO, they had that untouchable. The sad thing is for both him and for Noone, these are heroes that can survive relatively long time in these engagements, but the glimpse just makes it so they're pulled so far out of position that it doesn't matter what kind of survivability they have.
Yeah, and they don't deal with PL. That's, you know, PL was picked as this super hard counter to Morphling throughout forever, throughout the history of Dota, really.
Are scanning.
V2 level 20. So, I mean, yeah, he's getting quite a bit stronger. In Dream, he is getting stronger too, but it's Dream is playing versus Doom, which I'm just gonna keep harping on. He's just gonna get doomed, and then it's gonna be the Morphling to deal with that PL. And it doesn't feel like he's gonna be able to. As Afterlife is found,
the Hawk gets the vision. He's going to sell fuels for as long as he can now. He still has a chance to be able to get out of here, especially with the sounds going out. Afterlife is pulled back by the glimpse and did still have the orb out. The primal orb from long range is going to be able to catch Immersion, but immediately BKB doomed up Dream. He jumps in and has to run. He's got to get out of here. Fortunately, the coil will slow down everything. They can reset this fight and perhaps even re-engage if they choose to. Afterlife certainly wants to, it's looking like. He's going to play around a little bit with his orb. Jumps out Dream, quickly kills RodjER on the side. A big crit. Dang, oh my, Iceberg. He lost about half his health from that one, but Dream has just been caught up in this Phantom Blast. He's being burned out of all this mana. Once again, glimpse back in, but no one comes in and finishes off General. They still can't do anything about V-Tune, though. He does way too much damage, and he is just this giant wave of illusions that they can't touch. He's full health all the time. It is bit by bit burning him down.
I think Navi's really just identifying that fact that that they can't touch the PL. If PA is unable to hit the PL illusions, they do not have anyone else to do anything to them. Puck, orb, waveform, etc. just does nothing at this point. Big fight for Navi, and they didn't even have to have the Echo Slam. RodjER gets caught in the sidelines during all of it by a silence and does die. And that was the reset. That was the re-go from Gambit. They chose to try to go back into there, and they lose Dream on that. That says a whole lot. As V-Tune, that's pre-MKB too. He's getting close to having an MKB to deal with that evasion's coming out from the PA. Sure, his illusions doesn't get it, but this will help a lot, Eddie.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of things that AoE damage that they could get. We've got the waveform attacks targets at level 20 for Noone, but his game has been so stalled that it feels like it's not going to be that impactful. There's level 25 where you get the triple dagger, that might help in being able to like just pump out damage and deal with this giant zoo of illusions that they're currently. Yeah,
I don't know what they really get either, because the only thing I see them being able to itemize on any hero is actually Dream if he gets his Ag Shard, which sounds ridiculous, but it applies a break, and you can actually stop the PL from making illusions and stuff like that. But he's already the solution for the PL, so I don't feel like he can actually go for that type of item, because he's just getting focused anyway. So I don't know what they can actually do on the rest of the heroes. It's only a 1k gold lead for Navi, but they don't have the solution for the PL at this point at all. And PA's just gonna get doomed and focus fire completely every single fight. The rest of the heroes will just die to illusions.
You know, it's funny, despite what we're seeing and like the analysis, that the game is saying, no. Gambit definitely have the advantage here. And it's probably, you know, they just look at it like late game PA, late game Morphling. These heroes don't lose. But
yeah,
team fight wise, it hasn't been looking hot for AS Monaco Gambit. Maybe if they get the right kind of initiation, things could change pretty dramatically, especially if they get a coil onto this Phantom Lens.
They have to somehow control him, and they have to really just ensure that the Doom does not get casted. They have to just not let Dream get doomed, because the Aghanim's is done. So if Dream gets doomed, it's absolutely over of a fight. Level 3 Doom online now too.
He dropped a ward. That ward is spotted by the sentry. Both teams knew that the other was lined up here.
Radiant's
a re-smoke here. They're gonna go ahead and jump into the triangle. And don't tell me that Gambit are gonna do something similar here. Is they're actually gonna smoke up?
They're gonna smoke. They know that this is the fight. Like, Navi knows that this is their biggest fight. If they win this fight, they just likely win the game completely. As SoNNeikO, don't worry about
SoNNeikO, Coil holding onto one. Iceberg charges forward with BKB and immediately identifies the PA. And here comes VTune as well with a broken PA. He is very easy for them to be able to just go on and take apart. The Doom's not gonna last much longer, but they've got the kill anyway. Jumping forward, RodjER gets in front of Immersion, getting a second kill for them. And everybody else from AS Monaco Gambit looks like has already disengaged. We're 2 for 1, but a big win for Navi as once again they kill Dream. Farther and farther down that worth, man. Oh, they found SoNNeikO too.
A prize healing power.
Goodbye, SoNNeikO. Slow and painful death for you.
Slowly swinging that enchanted totem.
Iceberg's like, never mind, you're not worth it. See you later. Roche is up. You're not. Screw you.
Screw it. He doesn't have a TP. What is he possibly gonna do?
And now, the thing is, too, is about this Aghanims on the Doom, it lowers the cooldown as well. So look at the cooldown, look at PA's respawn time.
Yeah.
This just feels like the game plan for Navi at this point is just so easy to execute, and it feels like Gambit has to play like 4D chess in order to somehow try to find a way to take this fight. They have to do something, though, because these next few fights, Dream just has to be able to protect himself somehow. Like, someone has to buy a Lincoln's or anything to protect this man.
Yeah, it's looking like 5-on-5s are not the play anymore for Gambit. They've got to try and split people. Oh, no! Tried to jump in and finish off RodjER. RodjER gets off the fissure. And now he's going to have to use the waning rib to escape here. Does have the... Oh, he jumped a little bit too soon. Afterlife. He's got a blink and a lot of charges. Sadly, though, he's got nothing left. Godlike for VTune. Well...
He already knows what he needs to get next in this game. He's got the rapier queued up as he's just getting targeted. And I feel like Iceberg, anytime he sees this PI on the map, just immediately run at him.
You know what? He does have enough damage to kill ALWAYSWANNAFLY. See if he gets out though. BKB, TP, he's good.
Iceberg! Oh, he's trying to run in and get it.
He tried.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Still, though, you can see they are free to farm wherever they go. Dream, not quite so lucky. He's been running down this lane.
Yeah, they've definitely done a good job on that front. This game, it's just, yeah, this PL is just, he's just a bit too much for them to deal with. And I feel like Iceberg is having a much better time this game. He's actually finding targets, and he actually has the heroes to allow him to Doom targets. Like these glimpses, these fissures, they're very impactful. Last game, we only saw the one Doom, sure, but he just wasn't able to get the Dooms off because the heroes are just walking away from him. Dream does show himself for a second up top. Immediately look at Iceberg. Spider legs pop.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
That Cobalt's been there forever.
It has been. I actually thought Hawk at first. I was like, what the hell is whatever. He's chilling.
Radiant's middle tower.
He's got a friend now.
Attack. Dire's
Somebody
bottom
dug that
tower
one up
is under
with
attack.
the shovel and just
Dire's
left it
structures
alone
are
there in the
fortified.
jungle, all by itself.
At least they
B2
left it.
says, okay, I've got another 2.5 minutes on the Aegis. I see you pushing down that bottom lane. We're not going to run around the map and
Dire's
try and
bottom
catch
tower
you
is
guys.
under attack.
I'm just going to force you to TP
Radiant
back. Otherwise, I'm going to
structures
take
are
full lane.
fortified.
And they have to get back. Dream, he's making the
Radiant's
long way
middle
over. He's
tower
still a
is
ways
falling.
away from his rapier.
Yeah, he's actually kind of an awkward position here.
Dire's bottom
no TP
tower
available.
is falling.
Might as well just farm in the meantime. I don't think they can really defend the racks too much. I mean, he's at least cutting the wave with his illusions mid, so they actually can't go for the racks here.
Okay.
And SoNNeikO will push bottom, so some time bought.
Yeah, it's
It shows
actually
the time is needed.
it's pretty good. I mean, because I think the most dangerous thing for Gambit right now is that the game ends before they get a chance to get this Divine Rapier, considering how far away it is. So that was a good amount of time
Dire's
bought.
bottom tower is under attack.
Hey,
SoNNeikO just
SoNNeikO's
keep
even getting
going.
base damage. Look at this creep. Look at this solar crested plus 50 damage creep. Look at it.
I don't think Navi's respecting this at all.
Just look at this creep. It's tanking now. Look at this creep go. 18 armor.
What's
Taking the tower.
My man just took a tier 2 and now potentially tier 3. They do get something for it. They go ahead and spot Immersion and get a glimpse back on him. So, hey.
He's still going.
Hey,
He's
but
got a
like-
range creep now.
Yeah, I mean, the tier 3's gone. Guys.
All right, well, he'll pay with his life in a second here, as if they see him, he's dead.
Radiant
Do
are
they see him, though? General?
Oh, he
We'll
could
see him.
beat out.
Healed.
He's going to go for it now, but of course the roar is going to be there. So he will slowly but surely die. At the same time, though, what is this? Actually trying to coil up. The Doom went out onto the Morphling. This gives Dream finally a free opportunity to get in there and try to go for the deny. Afterlife misses out on that one. Dream cannot afford to die here. He's working his way up to that Divine Rapier. They're going for the all-in play, but they thought for a second they could have taken a small pick and brought down Iceberg, but they could not have been more wrong. Now they invested into half of that Divine Rapier. They don't have a buyback on Dream, Bob.
I think Navi can just end the game. I think
Yeah.
if they just start hitting the racks, they don't see these buybacks. They just go in. We're seeing it.
Radiant's middle
Afterlife
barracks
cutting the
are
wave
under
again, but they've
attack.
got a double catapult wave pushing in. And I think they probably saw that relic also in the bags. Yeah, they did. They're going tier 4. They know.
Yeah, you're gonna have to buy back on no one. Somebody's gonna have to clear out this creep wave. I mean, the following creep wave has been cut. Look at that.
Okay, they're gonna give that respect.
refresher. Yeah, they are.
And yeah, the refresher's coming out. So Doom, another Doom's gonna be up. It's up in 40 seconds anyway. He'll have another one before that though.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
B2
Radiant's
opting
top
for
tower
the
is
damage town, which we've seen a lot more people go for. Critical strike.
Radiant's top barracks are under attack.
Yeah, too many nerfs to the doppelganger one. So it seems. Yeah, he doesn't feel like he's not even worried about
Radiant's top
survivability
barracks
anyway in this
has
game still.
Radiant's top barracks are under
Well,
attack.
the racks does go down.
Radiant's
No one
top
trying to find any type
barracks
of
has
farm. Can outside the base, trying to get these new neutral items for themselves at the 37-minute mark. But now, double Dooms are ready. Iceberg has a blink coming out and Abyssal for V2. They are more than ready to end this one.
They certainly are.
Oh,
Looks like no one may be caught before. Yeah, runs back with the Doom. Immersion trying to roll forward. I'm not sure for what, though. It's now he's certainly going to be dying here. Oh, that is an agony set for Coil. They might just be able to kill him, but no, the Abyssal blade. It's not the PA. Iceberg gets off the Doom just in time, and Dream. Oh, he came so close to being able to kill Iceberg and stop that big counter, but it didn't really matter, I think. V2, he was just so damn big on that Phantom Lancer. Navi, they will walk away the victors of this series. They were probably coming in, but this is certainly one of their toughest opponents yet in the group stage. AF Monaco Gambit certainly pushed them to the limits.
You can definitely see that they felt that pressure. Like